Okay. So start with your introduction.
Uh, Hello, sir. My name is Deepmala Sharma. I originally hail from the state of Manipur, and I'm currently residing in Navi Mumbai with my family. I belong to the defense background. Both my parents have served in the Indian Armed Forces. I have done my schooling in the naval schools across 6 states in India. And in the school, I was an active child, excelling both in my studies and co curricular activities, like being the district level shot put player. I'm trained in Manipuri dance, and I've won accolades in various Olympiads and literary competition. I've also served as a school captain, so the leadership quality and the teamwork and the importance of teamwork has been imbibed in me at an early age. I have done my post graduation in microbiology from University of.
Deepmala, what I'll do, I'll keep this interview as continuous feedback interview based, matlab,
Surely,
feedback
surely.
based interview also. So I'll just stop you here because you don't have to pitch your leadership skill and your experience, learning from your experiences that you have done as an matlab, school leader or whatever student leader. So skip those points and many such details which was part of your biographical sketch, because introduction should be little less than what you have written in your biographical sketch. Okay, so you can just skip that part and it's good, matlab, there is no problem in that. So you were at your graduation, है ना?
Graduation, yes, sir.
Hmm.
So I've done my post graduation in microbiology from University of Mumbai. During my college years, I have served as the president of Women Gender Cell and the head of cultural club, in the capacity of which I have co-pioneered certain activities like coming up with girls-only study rooms in our college, making self-defense, giving it extra credit as a part of the curriculum, and also directing plays and and winning competitions in intercollegiate activities competitions. Sorry, I'm also a recipient of Young Woman Achiever Award across Navi Mumbai for my social science performance. I also have a postgraduate diploma degree in human resources from TIS's School of Vocational Education. uh, I have 4.3 years of experience in the HR space with a specialization in talent management, talent acquisition, performance management, and employee engagement. Uh, have been I'm a very active member of the SCON youth community and also the Navi Mumbai Cycling Association. Thank you.
Okay. So Deepmala, when did you started your job?
I started in the year 2014.
2014, and this is year 2021.
So,
So but you have just 4.5 year of experience.
yes, sir.
So why there was that much of gap year in between?
Sir, actually, when I was working in my previous organization, I was diagnosed with acute menorrhagia and the first level of cervical cancer, sir, because of which I had to unfortunately take a break, and the whole 2 years went for my diagnosis and the treatment. And right now I'm fully treated. I'm all better, and I'm ready to come back. So that is why I thought that this is one thing that one step that I would take
Okay,
through
so
ODCL.
so so the moment when you realized or when you knew about this diagnosis, and after that you had to leave your job and go for the treatment process, and then for next 2 year you have been in that process only. So what were the mental health based challenges, or what were your uh, thought process based, uh, the what was the change in your thought process that you basically saw in your uh, like after treatment or during the treatment, what change did you find?
Sir, when I was working in the previous organization, uh, I was the opportunities and the exposure that I was getting was something that I was really enjoying, and I was seeing myself grow into that role. But suddenly, when I was diagnosed, I was not ready for it. It was something it was really shocking for me, and taking I thought that it would not take the whole 2 years out of my working life, but the first initial thought mental state was a shock. It was also followed by the acceptance, because the change had happened in my life, which was something I was not ready for. So first, secondly, it was followed by the acceptance that this change has happened in my life. Thirdly, I did have a stage of self doubt, anxiety, in which I was self doubting my capabilities. But then, fourth, and it was also followed by I took some therapy going through this phase. So during that therapy, I realized that life is knocking me down, but then I have to take it up as a challenge. So I took it up as a challenge. I did some courses. I joined Art of Living and made myself positive again, and that was the mental state of mind. So yes, sir, this is what
Okay.
I'll say.
So let's say that when you will become a OD practitioner, or again the HR practitioner again. So the condition that you had, or that the mental or thought process changes that you suffered, or anything that you felt in these 2 years. So more or less every individual has this kind of situation in their life, not that big or that prominently that they had to leave their job or anything, but there may be some other kind of mental health based challenges. So every employee, every person of organization might have such kind of uh, ups and down in their life. So what change you will be bringing there? Just consider the previous the Deepmala, which was working as a HR manager previously, from previous to this particular stage and after this stage. So what change in your working style will you bring in dealing with employees, and also whatever role or preferences that you have been given earlier? So let's just assume that you have been given the same role and same profile. What change you will bring in yourself, or in your what I can say, in your way of working?
Sir, before the diagnosis, the HR manager the role that I was in, uh, I would have been not able to connect with the uh, if an employee comes up to me and says that the person has been diagnosed with some a disease and wants to go for a sabbatical, there would have been a certain kind of disconnect, and I would have been really not empathizing or not connecting to the person. I would have been really a person who would have thought from a company's point of view. But right now, after this, going through this whole 2 years of treatment, I've realized that being connected to the and being empathetic is also one thing which has developed inside me. So, secondly, if a person comes, I would first try to make the person really comfortable in accepting that something has happened to you, which is okay. This is not going to disrupt your life or your work life. So, and second, we would be making some conditions available for the employee so that that person would be comfortable. Does not have to take a big break like that I took. So there would be certain job.
Okay, so I got your point. So you'll be more empathetic, more understanding, and also you will also consider the fact that the people are suffering outside your organization. So all those, but while with this change, will you not be compromising the organization's goal or organization's objective?
Uh, so the like if I consider my previous organization, the goal and objective always has been productivity and maybe profitability, but then you cannot compromise on the employees' personal turmoil that you're going through, because that's obviously going to affect the performance of their performance and eventually affect the effectiveness and performance of the organization in the end. So if you're not making your the baseline, your front line not comfortable, then how can you say that you're going to bank upon them and then improve your organization? So so that is where I believe that the OD theory would come into to understanding that if your goals and objectives need to be in line with what your current goals and objectives of your employee is. So that's a belief that it would not compromise as such
Okay.
to a big level. I wouldn't think so.
So you told me that you have been doing some courses also in these 2.5 years. What were those courses?
So I did two courses, which is learning and development course from KPMG and advanced talent acquisition course from Aon Hewitt. And quite recently, last year, I did a small course in public policy and leadership from Rashtam School of Leadership. Sir.
So what was the structure of learning and development course that was there from KPMG's?
So the structure of the course was, first it was the introduction of L&D, why L&D is important in the organizations, how are the L&D like the main focus of learning and development is on the competency mapping and enhancing the competencies of the employees, and how are these assessed, how is the evaluation done, and how what is the difference between the training and development and learning and development. And uh, yes, and we also learned about more about the Kirkpatrick's model of evaluation, as in there are only 4 levels. So we were taught more about the fifth level, which is coming up and which is very relevant in today's organization, which is the ROI, which is the return on investment on the training which has been done, and the techniques of management buy-in, to not to see learning and development as just as a cost center, but as something which is very valuable part of the organization. That
Okay.
was the structures.
So can you differentiate resource and capital?
So allow me 30 seconds to just
Okay.
articulate. Sir, according to my belief, that resource is something which is an input, and capital would be an output of any process that we see. Resources are like the available resources which are there in uh, uh, the. Let me just take an example of the employee, sir. Uh, Organization usually use the capabilities of the employees as a resource for building up uh, the for building up the effectiveness, as in the bringing up the capital side of the human uh, in the organization. That's the basic understanding that I'm getting out of it. So
Okay. No issue. So uh, Achal, can you ask something, or would you like to ask anything from Deepmala?
Yes, sir. So Deepmala, you told that you are professionally trained in Manipur dance form. So can you tell me the main features of the Manipur dance forms?
okay. So Manipuri dance form is actually eh, the dance form which is based on poetry. It
Mm-hmm.
is towards which depicts the love between Lord Krishna and Radha and the
Okay.
gopis. There are two dance subsets of the dance form which I'm trained in, which is Ras Leela,
Mm-hmm.
which shows the dance of Lord Krishna along with the gopis. And there
Okay.
is Lai Harauba, which is the another dance form, which shows the love between Lord Vishnu and or Lord Shiva and Lord Parvati.
Mm-hmm.
So these are two dance forms which I'm and the various the USPs of the Manipuri dance.
Okay. And are you aware about the all the classical dance forms of India?
I can try naming them.
Okay.
So,
Do please do.
I
Mm.
would. Satriya is from Assam,
Yeah.
Kathakali and Mohiniyattam from Kerala,
Mm-hmm.
Bharatnatyam from Tamil Nadu,
Mm-hmm.
Kathak from Uttar Pradesh,
Mm-hmm.
um, and you have Manipuri dance from Manipur, and
Okay.
I think I've named. There's one more left, which is from Odisha,
Yeah.
which I'm unable to recall.
It's Odissi.
Odisha, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I've covered all the eight.
Yes. And Deepmala, one more question that you said that now when you will be joining, like for example, again, if you'll be given the same role, uh, which you were doing earlier, so what change you'll bring? What changes? How you'll be different from what Deepmala was doing previously. So you said that if you'll come to know that somebody is diagnosed with something, you'll be more empathetic, right?
Yes, yes.
So what about, like, we know that people are suffering, like, mental health is a big issue, right? And yeah, and there everywhere there is we come across mental health awareness. So, and that can happen due to any reason. So, how will you treat those colleagues of yours? Like, what
Allow,
would be your approach to them, towards
uh,
them? Sorry.
Achal, please allow me 30 seconds to think
Sure.
about it. Thank you. Okay. Mental health or mental conditions in workplaces today comes with a stigma, or secondly, people are reluctant about coming out about the mental issues that they are going through. So, firstly, in the organization, I would first keep in the sensitivity training so that they understand, and the people around would understand that how sensitive this matter is, because a small joke or a small comment also can affect the mental condition of a person that the person is going through. Now, as we know, there has been a whole lot of uproar about the depression. Now, depression is a condition which is not easily detectable. So secondly, I would also keep an open dialogue between there would be a support group, a focus group that can be kept in the organization, so that people who are like-minded can come down and have a talk over it. Thirdly, I would also use the my digital team to come up with some digitized or animated videos that can be shared with them, with the employees across. And fourthly, I would also like to go with a professional coming in, someone who is well versed in psychology, and giving talks over it so that people become more aware of their condition, because there are many employees who are not even aware that they are going through something like this. Maybe a simple project or a simple by the reporting manager, simple pressure can also have an adverse effect. So becoming aware also is very important from the employee's point of view also. And also the sensitivity training, which I just mentioned at the first point, is also very important. So these are the four things which I would be inculcating.
Okay. Deepmala, one more question. This is my last question. So, you also mentioned that you have been through therapy. You have taken some therapies, right?
Yes, yes.
So, uh, how important is for a person to go therapy? Because again, there is a stigma attached to that. And also, how would you promote that in your organization? And adding that to my question, um, uh, uh, what about, like, again, there is a lot of awareness. People are, talking about mental health a lot these days. So, what are there any governmental policies on it? And if not, like, what kind of policies the government should come up with, if you can suggest any? So, yeah.
Coming to the first part of the question, which you said that how would I bring in the making the mental health awareness a part of the organization. As I mentioned earlier, there has to be some awareness training plus sensitivity training which has to be provided. As such, we all know that there has been a stigma around this topic a lot. This has to be a step by step process which has to be done. Any sudden change or any sudden ch- uh, you know training which has been provided would be really shocking for a person who would be like, I don't want to go for it. There is always a resistance. Firstly, I would like to make it normal. I mean, that it's normal to talk about it. It's normal to come out. It's really normal to be open about whatever things are disturbing your mind. So that's where the sensitivity training would come into, because the people around you, your colleagues, your reporting manager, your clients, your subordinates, everyone has to be sensitized that it is okay if anyone is going through some mental illness. Because in today's workplace also, someone who wants to take a simple leave also, because their mental condition is not good, is seen upon, is looked down upon. So that has to be that kind of thinking is a small step where we can start working upon that. It's normal to say that you're not feeling okay today mentally, and you just want to leave rather than making any other excuses. So a simple step-by-step process would be, along with followed up by a professional help, uh, making the mental health awareness part of the wellness activities and the wellness programs which have been conducted across the organizations today. That can be done. And also there are certain soft skills which are required to be developed inside the people, th- because workplaces nowadays have not actually accepted that mental health awareness is very important. They just see that what capability training that they can do, which is eventually going to lead to the growth of the organization. So that's one thing. It's a bigger part. It's a bigger project that has to be taken across the organizations in today's world. And coming down to the second part, Achal, I'm not aware of any policies if the government has undertaken. But if yes, they have to actually make a policy around it, because there are many health policies across, and there's one major thing which is coming up and affecting the workforce, be it the workforce or anyone. It's been affecting since it's a child or an adult, or a working population, non-working population. Mind is something which has to be the most important thing, and government of course should come up with a policy around it. So that's my answer.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can take up.
There will be a few more questions for you, Deepmala.
Yes.
The first is, what do you understand by leadership?
So leadership for me is it, it's a skill, sir, which has been which can be developed, which is the art of motivating people towards achieving a certain goal. A leader would be someone who has a clear vision and a clear strategy to how to achieve that. And meanwhile, a leader should be giving that motivation, constant motivation to the followers that he has. So, and usually it is said that it's a common that I came across an article which said that one third of our leadership is born and a two third is made. So I truly believe with that. So.
Okay. And what will you do if you are not getting selected for this program? Because you have not joined any company yet till now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what will you do, and when will you decide this?
Okay. So my treatment has culminated, has been ended this last week itself, and I have decided that during this course, I've decided that if I do not get selected, I would go ahead with a 14-month course by the ISABs and learn more about organization development, because this is one field which has actually got my interest into, and I really want to shape up my career into this field itself. I have considerable amount of experience into the HR space, but right now I want to leverage upon it and learn more about this field. So yes, all my next steps are going to be towards leveraging myself into this itself. So maybe I'll go for a course, a short-time course for organization development, and again apply for the DIS's 2-year full-time course next year again.
Okay, thank you very much. So Deepmala, you are already a OD practitioner before the course, क्योंकि जो तुम्हारा thought process है, that's very good. कुछ कुछ चीजें मैं तुम्हें पहले फीडबैक में बोलूंगा, उसके बाद आंचल कैन गिव यू सम अदर फीडबैक ऑल्सो. जब मैंने तुमसे पूछा है कि बाय डूइंग दैट विल यू नॉट बी कॉम्प्रोमाइजिंग विद द कंपनीज ऑब्जेक्टिव व्हिच इज प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी एंड गेटिंग मोर रेवेन्यू, उसमें तुमने बोला था कि योर आंसर वाज मोर ऑफ कि यू वी शुड नॉट लीव द एम्प्लॉयज welfare or employee benefit because they are our frontline workers. So you cannot keep them unhappy and think about profitability, ऐसा कुछ था ना?
हाँ जी.
हाँ हाँ. So you could have rather than saying with this वो होता है ना कि argumentative format, कि जैसे तुम कंपनी से बात कर रहे हो और कंपनी तुम्हें बोल रही है कि दीपमाला आप ऐसे कर रहे हो तो हमारा काम कैसे चलेगा, तो तुमने बोला कि सर अगर आप ऐसा नहीं सोचोगे तो कैसे काम चलेगा. ब्रदर देन यू कुड हैव टॉक इट इन पॉजिटिव वे कि ऐसा कंपनी के ऑब्जेक्टिव से तुम बिल्कुल नहीं कन्फ्लिक्ट कर रहे हो या फिर compromise कर रहे हो. There is no trade off at all, because by doing this they will be more मतलब they will start trusting the organization more, and their small time मतलब the amount of work they will be doing or the amount of time they will be working, वो they will be more effective, more efficient, more aligned toward the organizational goal, because they will feel that they are the part of organization and organization is the part of their life also. And again, the sustainability factor will increase for the organization, which is very important, and many of the time important than what profit we are getting every year.
हाँ सर, you're right. वो alignment and sustainability
हाँ.
factor.
अच्छा. सेकंड पॉइंट जब था रिसोर्स और कैपिटल है ना, ऑल्दो
हाँ सर.
यू हैव नॉट स्टडीड मैनेजमेंट और
हाँ.
सिमिलर सब्जेक्ट्स एवर, बट आई टेल यू, रिसोर्स इज समथिंग which we use है ना to produce output. So basically resource is consumable, resource is replaceable,
तो मैंने वो
resource.
बोला था कि it's like an input. मैं ये
हाँ
हो
तो
गया था.
इनपुट ही है, ठीक है, तुमने बोला सही था, आई एम जस्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग इट अगेन है ना. तो ऐसा नहीं कि बिल्कुल गलत बोला तुमने. तो रिसोर्स ऑफ कोर्स इज ए इनपुट, तो रिसोर्स इज समथिंग व्हिच यू यूज बाय कंज्यूमिंग इट है ना. बाय तो होता क्या है कि जैसे एंड रिसोर्स इज आल्सो रिप्लेसेबल एंड इट्स इजीली मतलब यू कैन एक्वायर इट, प्रोक्योर इट इजीली. सो होता क्या है कि जैसे मान लो कि मेरे पास एक ऑफिस स्टाफ की जरूरत है. सो ही कैन आई कैन काउंट हिम एज अ रिसोर्स, ऑल्दो मतलब जैसे पहले हम पहले सबसे पहले लेबर बोलते हैं, जो फर्स्ट लाइन होता है. जैसे मान लो कि मुझे पानी पिलाने वाला आदमी रखा तो लेबर हो गया एक तरह से. फिर मैंने ऑफिस स्टाफ रखा जो बेसिकली तुम्हें सर्व करता है फॉर टी एंड अदर ऑफिशियल प्रोसेस, तो वो तुम्हारा एम्प्लॉय हो गया है नहीं. मतलब नॉट एम्प्लॉय वाली बात, बट हाउ वी हैव ग्रोन इन टर्म ऑफ एचआर, वो मैं तुम्हें बता रहा हूँ. सो आई मस्ट हैव टेकन अ लेक्चर आल्सो व्हिच, जिसका वीडियो तुम देख सकती हो, तो वहाँ मैंने बताया कि हाउ एचआर हैज इवॉल्व्ड. तो सबसे पहले हम लेबर पे ज्यादा हमने काम करना शुरू किया, पढ़ना शुरू किया, क्योंकि इनिशियली वी डू हैड लेबर्स ओनली. फिर थोड़े वो स्किल्ड हो गए, थोड़े ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट आने लगे, इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन हुई, टेक्नोलॉजी बढ़ा, तो वो फिर आपके एम्प्लॉय होने लगे। तो उसके बाद हम उसको पर्सनल मैनेजमेंट बोलने लगे, पर्सनल मैनेजमेंट, ठीक है। And then we started calling it human resource management, because now they are not just labor or employee of your company, they are kind of resource for your company. But still, resource आप develop करते हो, resource को replace भी कर सकते हो easily, but that's not a very, ये कि or you use resource to get profit or revenue. But when for many of the company, not for all company, for many of the company and for many type of profiles that they have created and they trained people for that profile, now they have become the capital for the company. And capital for the company is something which basically contributes in matlab growth of the company, and bringing new revenue sources or similar kind of thing. मतलब कम कैपिटल यू कैपिटल जो है वो कंज्यूम नहीं होता है ना। तो it gives life to the organization, it gives productivity to the organization, gives new project or new development to the organization. तो in recent times for many company, humans have become many, for many profile or many employee, they have become capital for the organization, हाँ, so that they are no longer just resource. तो ये था। और एक तीसरा जो थी चीज था, लीडरशिप वाली। लीडरशिप में एक लिंक शेयर किया है आंचल ने, उसको भी देख लेना, सेव कर लेना। ये जो तीसरा चीज है लीडरशिप, so I won't say that you should take my opinion about what leadership is, है ना, but I'll definitely tell you what do I think about leadership and why do I think about this definition, है ना। Of course, the way you talked about that, a leader is like when he has some followers under him, or he can create some followers under him, है ना, बिकॉज कंपनी तो बना के देती है फॉलोअर। इफ यू आर गेटिंग सेलेक्टेड एज अ प्रोफाइल, तो आपके पीछे 25 सबऑर्डिनेट होते हैं। एंड देयर आर फ्यू लीडर्स हु बेसिकली क्रिएट्स फॉलोअर। आप मोहल्ला में देखते हो एक बच्चा है, उसके पीछे 15 भागते रहते हैं, तो ही इज द लीडर। सो ऑफ कोर्स दैट इज आल्सो अ लीडरशिप, बट फॉर मी लीडरशिप इज समथिंग which connects, मतलब जो definition है वो lead से आता है, and that is not about, when we lead, it's not always the people whom we lead. We also lead a company, we also lead an organization, we also lead a process, we also lead a, मतलब lead ourselves also. So it's not about we lead people. जैसे मान लो कि मैं जैसे जैसे मैं एक कंपनी चला रहा हूँ, तो I'm no longer bothered about the people within the company. What I'm saying is, where should company go, in what direction company is moving. So I'm not leading the people, basically I'm leading the company, leading the enterprise, where it should go, in what in what product, in what service it should move ahead. तो इस ये भी तो एक लीड करना हुआ। अब now also think, जैसे like I'm a inventor, है ना, and I work for, let's say, any of the product like aerospace engineering पे। सो while मतलब of course, जैसे अगर मैं किसी पर्टिकुलर एस्पेक्ट में इंजीनियर हूँ, साइंटिस्ट हूँ, तो आई मस्ट हैव नोन ऑल द अर्लियर इन्वेंशंस दैट ऑलरेडी हैपेंड ना, उसको जानते हुए, एंड नाउ आई एम ट्राइंग टू मूव अहेड विद दैट इनोवेशन, कि अब इधर किधर बढ़ना है, in what direction we should do research, in what direction, in what type of changes we should find in our product. So अभी क्या हुआ कि now I'm leading the innovation in aerospace engineering. So here I'm also a leader. So the person who leads any scientific innovation and in a different direction, he is also a leader. So for me, again, I'll tell you some other examples. So let's say there is an employee who is working at a very basic profile of your company. It's not the HR manager, he's not the OD manager, he's not the finance officer or GM of the company. So he has got a simple role at one particular place, कि वहां पे जाके उसको आपने एक रोल दे दिया कि करने का है। तो लेकिन क्या है कि एक्सटर्नल एनवायरनमेंट इज वेरी डायनेमिक, the way you have trained him to do the work, है ना, he has now he is alone at some point and you are not there, basically you could have guided for the change, and suddenly he found some change in environment. Now he have to change in that particular environment, change his reflexes, or change his the way he had to do the work. So now, and forget about change. ये भी हो सकता है कि he person sees something that, rather than doing in whatever way I have trained, if I'll make this change, the company will get more motivate, more profit, or more advantage. So what he's doing, he's trying to lead the process that he was doing. Leading is making things ahead, moving things ahead from the place, है ना? And when we talk about people, leading people, so there are two aspects of leading people. One, making them together, making a team, and making everyone in a team so that they can work in sync, है ना? And make a very effective team to achieve bigger goals or invisible goals, which was not even possible before the way you have led, before this leading exercises. एक तो वो हो गया. The other thing of leadership is like training people so that they can go ahead in their life, है ना? So they can be good at their own life, at their own place. So all these things comes under the leadership domain. So now, why I'm saying this here, and why I'm explaining this to you, है ना? This task could have been done by your teachers also. यहाँ पे जो हम बात कर रहे हैं ODCL का, है ना, where the leadership is a component of this course. OD is for organizational development, change is for change management, and leadership for leadership development. It's not the leadership for you. It's about when you will become a OD consultant, how will you inculcate the leadership capability in employees so that wherever they are working, they can think they can think or they can find changes for positive impact at their own place only. So if you'll just like now, if you'll be a OD manager, you will be above the manager. So you will just create a manager in your organization who is working fine. So he'll be a manager. He can just manage the entire process, and he'll not be a leader. So if you'll put leadership component in that manager, he will also start thinking. He'll also be very open to change in a way so that the process can get improved. So here the leadership is basically creating or inculcating those leadership aspect in everyone in an organization. ठीक है? तो वो लिमिटेड डेफिनेशन को तुम इम्प्रूव कर सकती हो कि हाँ, इट्स नॉट अबाउट मेकिंग फॉलोअर्स और making them good job. It's not just that. So
So,
one individual when working with a process, and he is trying to make change in the process, and he keeps on changing the process in order to make it better. So he is also a leader. Yeah. So again, मतलब all those things that I have told you, वो recorded तो है ही, तुम दोबारा देख सकती हो, है ना? So
थोड़ा डायमेंशन थोड़ा मतलब मिल गया मुझे अभी थोड़ा लीडरशिप का
हम्म
आपने जब एक्सप्लेन किया.
ठीक है.